This how I'm feeling inside. Every line that I ride, I just hope I don't cry. I'm just spitting. Yeah, I'm just spitting.
Are you?
Yeah, might as well be, man, since we here.
Brandon, get the first question. All right, put it out there.
I get to.
First question.
Let's go ahead. So, first topic, man, we want to touch on. If you could go back to a younger version of yourself, like you can pick whatever age it is, whether it's elementary you, middle school, junior high you, high school you, whatever age it is, you could go back and talk to yourself. What would you tell yourself? And I'm gonna kind of open it up because I don't think we even said how much we would say, but like, just give me like the like major points that you would give yourself, because I don't want to say one thing, because one thing is so limit.
That's actually
you know
where I got kind of stuck for a while, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna lay my 3 out, but
that
Brandon
puts
gonna
such
give
a
us
limit on it.
his however many.
Oh, you know, I don't have a minute.
Under the bus.
I'm just too simple. I'm too simple. I would go to high school. I think probably most people would. Younger self, don't be so fucking humble. That's number one.
You got to explain that one, because the
And
whole world always tells you be humble, be humble.
Yes,
and his man named Humble Beast.
Right.
Yeah, but that's why.
Because you always been humble.
And a fucking animal at the same time. So,
I ain't never caught it like that.
Yeah, that's what it means.
I look at you differently right now.
Hold on, time out. What did you get from it, nigga? Like,
I don't know, bro. It just was a name. I was like, that shit kind of weird, but all right.
Nah, I mean, yeah, but so I would do that. I would definitely probably take. I just have to go like the football route.
No, but why not be humble?
So why not be humble?
Don't leave that.
Because so playing sports, I'm just relating it to that. Playing sports, not even at school stuff, just sports in particular. I was good, right? And you know you're good,
yeah.
But you just like, it was one of those, I'm all right, and I'll give another guy credit. Me and my homeboy was just talking about this weekend. He was like, man, you used to get that so much credit, and nigga, you was better, and da 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 da. Like,
yeah.
But to me, like you said, it's just always like, don't be so full of yourself, and just be humble. I could score 5 touchdowns in a game,
yeah,
and still just, and everybody, oh shit, da 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 da.
Yeah,
like instead of me just popping my shit like I should have.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, so I think I would have enjoyed it better if I wouldn't have been so humble.
But was that not part of your character? Because like, is that going outside of yourself and not being humble?
I think so. Yeah, probably. But in my mind and on that car ride home, it's like, boy, you a fucking animal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I did this, with your partners, but in a broader sense, it was like, like, all right, I appreciate it. It was, you know what I mean?
So
like,
what's wrong with that? Like, why would you counter that mindset?
Because I feel like it was times that I should have enjoyed the moment, right? How we always talk about with you, like, embrace the moment.
Yeah.
I didn't. It was always just that shit over.
You kept it in your head.
Yeah, I'm on to the next.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to score 10 touchdowns next game. Like, I never just publicly, like, I never caught an interception and goddamn
acted a fool.
Yeah.
I never scored a touchdown. Like, I was to score the touchdown and get a ball to the ref. Like,
right.
And inside of me, like, I don't know. I don't even know if that was my character or not, but I think I should have embraced that side a little more. Cause my character is the humble, you know what I mean? But I should have enjoyed it a little more. And I think that's like a regret for me right now, because I didn't go as far as you. So the time that I did have, I should have enjoyed it more instead of just being so humble.
But I feel like I understand that because I have some, I guess, potential regrets of not enjoying the moment. But I feel like the humility allows you to, all right, this is a great moment, but it was built on everything that it took to get here. But I got to continue to work to get where I'm trying to go.
But see, when you say like,
but you never know where you're gonna go in the moment.
Yeah.
So you gotta always have the mentality that I am gonna be whatever. I can't get stuck right here. So you gotta enjoy it. You do gotta enjoy it. But I respect your mindset because I was a kid that was trying to, like, when I scored as a kicker on the 2-point conversion, I was trying to.
but see, and that's what I should have been.
But in in that mindset, I really didn't look at the big picture. I was just like stuck here. Like I'm so great.
But you enjoyed it though.
Yeah, but at the same time, I could have got lost in it. Eventually, I learned the mindset that you have, which allowed me to continue to progress.
Now that shit boring. Cause even now with KT, he's like that nigga told me just on flag football shit.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you too humble. Yeah. Like,
And sometimes you need to be seen.
Sometimes I think, yeah, I agree. It is, sometimes you do need to be seen. But I think sometimes that's developed, like you was talking about. That's your character, right? It's kind of like, you remember we was talking about you married 10 different people?
Yeah.
Because you start to evolve and you become a different person. That's kind of like what it was, right? When we in junior high, we still learning, so you don't really pop your shit like that. You know what I'm saying? For me, the people who popped their shit when we was in 7th, 8th, and 9th grade didn't pop their shit in high school because everybody was developing. It's almost like they peaked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and it was almost like they got caught up in it.
Right.
Right?
That's what I want to do.
Good.
Yeah.
Nigga, I'm killing niggas out here. And they still talking about 7th, 8th, and 9th grade shit right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was the development was the mental part and the physical part. They got stuck in the mental part.
Yeah.
And it almost hindered their physical part.
It's funny because I just did that one-on-one session with Destroying.
Mm-hmm.
And I was out there with a whole shout out to Destroying, first of all. But I was out there with a whole bunch of high school kids, a whole bunch of kids first year, second year in college.
yeah.
And you could tell they getting hype off of stuff. And you like, that's gonna prevent them from being aware that they have deficiencies.
Too fucking hype though.
They had so many deficiencies out there that I could see because I've been through the process. I can look back. I'm like, that hypeness of this moment, I can guarantee you they're not seeing, oh, I didn't gain any leverage. Bro put his hands on me. I cut my route off.
Yeah.
In a real game, that's not gonna work.
Right.
But if you get so hype about I made the catch, you forget about the process that it takes to be able to
just
make the
see the
catch.
end game.
Exactly. So that's why I'm kind of like, I understand you got in, and that's where I feel like your point is enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
But that humility thing is something that I think we all need to carry with us, and that we can learn from you, because I respect you for being so humble. And I know it's tough because the whole league is everybody, this guy.
Man, listen, and that's the hard part. I think
Exactly.
I think you can also get overlooked because of that.
Because of it.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, bro, yeah.
So, like, to me, one thing about it is the right eyes will see you no matter how humble you are.
what I tell
Consistency,
him.
the right eyes will see
The
you.
right eyes will
But
see you.
that's what I tell him. There's only two people like I'm really worried about. That's that guy in front of me and that quarterback.
Yeah.
Like, as long as them two know what
Them
the
two
fuck
know.
going on,
Yeah.
I'm good.
Say you have a game, you might not, like, as a receiver, you route everybody up. The whole team doing terrible. You routing this dude up. When that corner tell you, and that defensive coordinator come off the sideline and tell you had a great
Man,
game,
you killed us.
I couldn't do nothing with you. I didn't have 100 yards, but I know the respect is there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you go out there and quarterbacks say, I'm just gonna stay away from this side of the ball.
Yeah,
I
like-
look over here, and he come tell you that's invigorating to me. And
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
longevity right there to me.
And I think
Yeah, but
I think
I should pop my shit.
honestly, I think the next level athlete sees it, because we ain't said that I said that to you. I said it to you before.
Yeah.
Like, people who know it see it.
Yeah.
People who looking for that big stuff, the
Yeah.
big pop, all that. Like, hey, that's cool. But when this big pop was going on, the big pop happened because they can't even throw to that side of the field.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like one game you actually blocked. I was like,
Hey man, you don't fucking ask you.
I was like,
I'm fucking ask you. I block all the time.
block punts. Yo, I was like, I said, yo, I saw that block. You said, you saw that shit?
Yeah, look. Yeah.
He knew it don't happen. You know what I'm saying? But like, that's what I'm saying. Like, the right eyes will see it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So I think it's okay to be humble and you can pop your shit. Like I think it's just a good. I think
You got to find a mix.
Yeah, it's knowing a good mix and the right amount of it, because you can pop your shit too much and then you run into that dog and then that nigga's like, yeah, I was waiting on you to come out here and pop your shit.
I do feel like you have to be an extremely strong person mentally to be the humble beast, because to be the dog that you can handle whatever's going on and nobody's celebrating it. Everybody's celebrating everybody else. Bro made 1 play a game. Bro made 2 plays, but you over there handling your side.
And yeah.
And this is beyond sports. Like, you out there as a father handling your business and nobody's celebrating, nobody's acknowledging it, but you still handling yours. I feel like that's the strongest. That's the person I look up to, even though it might be, hey, bro, I see you. That's all you get.
Yeah.
But I think that's how strong your mental is to be able to be that humble beast.
Yeah, definitely when it comes to shit like that though. Like, you know me, like we talked a few pods ago. Like that kind of shit, I just feel like you're supposed to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
it doesn't happen all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I
Like,
see.
And then every situation is different, and you're able to handle. Like, this dad right here has his own situation.
Yeah.
You got your own, but
Yeah.
you're able to handle your own.
Yeah.
So I appreciate and respect that
Yeah.
more than the dude that shows up with the Lambo and buys all the kids and then bro out the picture.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that's
yeah.
cool.
That's
Put it on
it.
Instagram, whatever, bro.
Yeah.
The photo op.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that shit crazy. But that humble shit, that's just on the Lord's, scale. What else? I would definitely, let myself know and others around me, this shit does not matter. Like
What?
high school.
It matters.
No, not the education. I'm saying like all the other shit
popularity.
that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
This shit don't fucking matter. You know what I mean? And I've never gotten caught up in that. So I guess I would be speaking to myself to tell others.
In what context? Because the work that you do in high school, the type of person that you are in high school, the things that you see in high school matter. But what context are you going at?
I'm going at like he said, the popularity.
There you go.
The I need to do this and I need to do that, because at that age you just feel like that's the end of the world.
This is all I got.
I gotta be this.
Yeah, the guy
That
in high
shit
school
does not matter.
Yeah.
At all. I would definitely let myself, but like I said, I wasn't that guy, and I kind of understood that, man, I'm so far beyond this shit anyway. But at the time, like, I would definitely be preaching that a lot more. This shit don't matter.
Yeah.
And younger self, I don't really have nothing too serious. Taking, I guess, class a little, you know what I mean?
A little bit more serious.
A little more serious. Cause that definitely
Why would
I
you say
probably wouldn't
take
be-
class more serious?
I probably wouldn't be sitting here, with you guys.
Bro, you gonna be sitting here no matter where you are, like, but you might be doing something else outside.
You sound like my partner. But yeah,
I am your partner,
definitely.
bro. Damn.
I'm saying like my other homeboy. This nigga get retarded, bro.
My real partner. I don't fuck with
Yeah,
you, bro.
not my real partner, not
the
my
one I fake
podcast.
on.
But yeah, definitely taking class a little more serious, because it was some stuff that happened like senior year
Yeah,
that affected my whole life, and I could have handled it
different.
better
Yeah.
when when it was happening. You know what I mean? So I guess that would be the 3 things.
To add on
Not
to
being
the
so humble. Let myself know that, bro, this shit doesn't matter.
yeah,
Right? And this is just high school, and that's why I want to start. And, taking class a little more serious.
to add on to the class part, I feel like we should take class a lot more serious in high school because of the habits it develops.
Definitely in high school.
And those habits allow you to potentially succeed in college, and then also build on those to succeed in life, because all you're doing is training yourself to be able to learn. And I'm gonna transition to my things that I would have told myself is like, always be open to learning, because at some points in my life I was like, I got this, bro. I'm straight, bro. It's cool. I know enough.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, take every instance.
That's the key word, enough.
Yeah, I know enough I'm straight.
Like, even to the weight room. I'm
Yeah.
strong enough. Like,
Enough,
What the
yeah.
fuck? Yeah.
But I had moments like that, but then you realize, like, I could have learned in those moments to help me prepare, to help be my foundation in my next moments.
Yeah.
But because I was caught up in today. I'm good enough today in this moment. Not really being humble enough to see like, bro, you don't know nothing. You a high school kid. You a middle school kid, bro. Shut up and learn and listen.
Yeah.
So that's something I would tell, like, bro, be open to learning, not just in the classroom, but in every instance that you run into.
Yeah, man.
Like, you get in trouble at home. Why am I in trouble for this? Not just because my parents said so, but it's also because they're trying to build
There's a greater
discipline.
lesson behind it. Yeah.
Always be open to learning, bro. That's something that I wished I would have understood when I was younger, because then I would have opened a few more opportunities for myself, or been open to a few more opportunities for myself. Another one was, like, I just finished reading Will Smith's book, and he called himself a coward at a young age. And honestly, bro, I probably got in 3 fights by the time I finished high school. 3. I lost 2, won 1.
God damn, those some fucked up numbers.
Exactly. Yeah. So
nigga need more fights.
in my mind, and this is me being vulnerable, so let me have my moment.
Go ahead, let me hear it.
But in my mind, I was like, yeah, confrontation is not my thing. And it extended beyond the physical confrontation. I didn't want to get in an argument.
Yeah.
But I would tell my younger self, be okay with confrontation. Keep your composure and your character in it. But be okay with confrontation, because at the same time, you still have to learn to stand for yourself, to be yourself. Now, if you always conforming and just saying yes, you kind of lose yourself. And I felt like I had moments where I lost who I was. So I would tell my younger self, bro, stand for yourself. It's all right. Fight for yourself. It's all right. Even in relationships with the relationship with my wife, I have times where I'm not confrontational. But I also sit inside myself toiling because, bro, you should have said this. Or, bro, you dealing with this.
That's the worst shit ever, dog.
Exactly.
Like, I don't know. We talked about that before.
Yeah, you said it.
Yeah, that's my problem.
You say that.
Yes, I cannot not say something when it happens, because it's gonna, dude.
It'll eat you up.
I can see that from this thing.
Bruh.
But you feel you get the freedom though of yourself though. Yeah. Even though it may not look pretty right now.
Yeah, that. Like, what I refer to it as emotional constipation. I think we talked about it.
Yeah.
Like, where you end up holding in all these feelings and thoughts and all this stuff, and it's almost to make other people comfortable.
Yeah.
And not make an uncomfortable situation even more uncomfortable, right?
It's gonna make you uncomfortable.
Yeah, exactly. The constipation part.
And you feel like you can handle this until it.
I be calling myself all kind of fuck niggas, and man, you a bitch ass. You should have said something. Like, bro.
Like your baby said, you a sucker.
I'm a sucker, yeah. She called me a sucker.
But that's the funniest story.
That shit was funny. But yeah.
Nah, you straight, brother. That's something I would tell myself, because I would have stood up to more challenges, and then I probably would have stood up to myself a lot more. Like, just go ahead and do it, bro. Say it. I probably would have dated more, because I was, hey, nah, I'm good, man. I'm just gonna, nah, bro. Just,
gay.
Nah, I'm good. I don't want no pussy, man.
Whatever, bro.
So wrong.
And then the last one is, don't compromise your goals or your purpose. So I feel like I did a great job of this in college. But my goal was, I'm graduating, I'm going to the league. When I'm graduating, I'm gonna be the greatest football player ever. When I got out, I made a few decisions that I started to compromise what I felt like my purpose was, what my goal was. And goals and purposes are gonna change throughout life, but whatever you lock in on, don't compromise that, because that's gonna propel you to get out the bed and go get it. When you compromising yourself, you be like, I don't really want to do this. I can slack off on this.
Yeah.
I can slack off on that.
That's a good one.
Man, you want me to tell you what I learned?
Yeah.
Is
He said, yeah.
what can happen is, as far as compromising on your own goals, you'll compromise on yours, but you go hard for everybody else's shit, right? Like, you could be like, you know what, I'm gonna start this business, man, next week.
Yeah.
But you'll get up bright and early to go to somebody else's job.
Yeah.
It's almost like you have a lack of respect for your own dreams, right? And like, that was one of the things I had to really work with myself on that. Like,
that job just comfortable.
It's comfort.
But you'll still react
it's
to it.
Also a lack of respect for your own shit. Like you respected your mama, right?
Of course.
Your mama said, get your ass up out the bed. So you got up out the bed. That's how it is for other people's shit.
And if
your
I
goal,
did it,
your goal says get up out the bed.
and
Your
if I
purpose,
did it, she would have said, I'm gonna tell you daddy, then I get up.
yeah, be honest, be honest.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I think sometimes it's just a lack of respect for our own dreams.
I think it's a little bit of a lack of belief too.
Yeah. Like, respect and belief kind of run neck and neck. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I think that's one of the things that we not just hear, but I think as a people have to work on, because we don't necessarily get ourselves up at the same for our own stuff as we do for somebody else's. Because we be like, oh, well, that's the check. So what's stopping it from being a check for you with your own?
Is it because of, and I keep hearing this concept of delayed gratification, that we don't have the patience to reap the rewards of delayed gratification?
Yeah,
You might not get the $100,000 check today, but I guarantee there's a possibility that you do if you do the work today.
And I think a part of it is
That shit is fear.
a fear of failure.
That shit is fear.
A fear of failure.
And especially when you got other people depending on you, it's like, I ain't fucking with that. Like, I want to, like, cause I can have a whole plan.
Man,
Right.
but what's so crazy is we don't, our vision ain't what they vision is, right? They say, I can have a multi-billion-dollar company doing this, right? You don't even believe in that shit, but you get up and do it every day. You could literally
Support the hell
believe
out
in
of
your dream. Yeah, you the bottom portion of a pyramid scheme.
But it's because you're getting paid. Right?
Exactly.
Right,
So,
right now.
So
Right now, yeah.
So if we put the same amount of effort into our own as we did into their dream, because it's literally just their dream that we're living out, right? So I think if we put the same amount of effort, time, everything else into our own, I think, man, like, think about how much further we could be. And I'm not just talking about you. I ain't just talking about you. This me too. You know what I'm saying? Like think about how, even when we talked about this, right?
Yeah.
When we first started talking about it, it was just like, man, there's something to do.
It'd be cool.
It'll be cool.
Yeah.
But all right, so if I quit my job to do this and we shot every day, right? That's scary. That's why I said it's the fear.
Yeah, it's the unknown.
I gotta feed some people at home, right?
So this is where I counter. It's because you don't. I'm not saying quit your job.
Nah.
But what I'm saying is commit to this
The
or
same
whatever
amount of
this
effort.
is.
The same.
So yeah, I go to work for 10 hours a day. Cool. But I'm gonna come home and I'm gonna spend some time. And
If you
then I
give
got
the
kids.
effort,
I gotta figure out that too.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's because I got that effort, that purpose, that desire that I'm not
Exactly.
compromising. That I'll do more, even if I do gotta support somebody else's job right now.
Right now. Okay.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's the effort. That's all I'm looking
got you.
for.
I got you.
So if we put the effort into our own dreams and our own stuff as half of it that we put into somebody else's, again, that company that they started was a dream for them.
Right. For somebody at some
And
point.
then they talked somebody else into it.
support.
like the company I used to work for, bro, they left another HR company that they was working for, right? This dude told people, he was like, look, I'm gonna start a company. We're gonna be so much better than this in the future.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pay you a third of what they pay you, but I can guarantee if you stick with me, we'll be fucking millionaires.
The guy that you have been talking to recently, that's the position you're in right now.
Right.
Potentially.
That's
potentially.
yeah.
It's
That's
the having a dream, and it may be somebody else's house, but if it's still your purpose and your belief, your goal,
Yeah.
And listen,
yeah.
I give a whole TED talk off this shit. Like, you know how much courage it takes to be the second person, like the person to follow somebody else's dream. Like, think about that. I believe in you so much that I believe some shit that you thought about, and you said this shit gonna be awesome, and I'm like, all right, sign me up.
Yeah.
That's courage.
That is
dude.
courage.
Yeah.
Especially in the beginning.
Yeah, because like, again, it's probably gonna deal with pay cuts.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who
it's probably
wants
gonna
a
deal
pay
with
cut?
more work,
But the payoff,
right? And
if
the
you
purpose
put-
behind it,
if you put as much effort into it
Yeah.
as you did into the last situation, right?
more effort.
Like,
It can
could-
be.
it could be something awesome.
Yeah.
So I think Yeah, that was a good one. I'm sorry for taking that over.
Thanks, sir. No, that was dope, bro.
Look, your turn, bro.
What would you tell your younger self?
Man,
Which younger
honestly,
self?
Don't pick this cotton. All right, my bad. I had
So
to.
hateful.
I had to. I
you
had to.
racist son of a bitch. You
That was
racist bastard.
ages, bro. Put you in 1800s.
Honestly, man, honestly, I go back to myself in elementary because I want to catch me early enough. Yeah, not like straight up, like and just tell myself like, man, you enough. You enough.
That's kind of deep.
Like you don't have to do it for nobody else. You don't have to do it to impress nobody. You enough.
And, hold on. So, and
Yeah, how would a 5-year-old, 8-year-old take that?
9 years old, honestly.
How would you
why I
take
said
that?
that.
And then ask your question too.
that's why I said that's deep.
Yeah.
Because I started doing it for everybody else. I like,
I think we talked about this before.
we kind of did. I
Yeah.
think, but not even on camera, I don't think.
It probably was.
But like we start to do things to impress people around us,
The
right? Whether it's our
validation.
friends,
Yeah.
yeah, and it's essentially for validation, and it's like, who you doing it for?
Bro, it's funny because in counseling, and I do counseling, that was one of the things that we found out that I did. Like I went to college and played football, NFL,
You
CFL.
did it for somebody else.
I did it honestly for the validation of my father,
Yeah.
and then the validation of my community. Like nobody cared about me playing soccer, and I was great at soccer, but people
And
love
you,
football.
And you left what you were great at to go do something that somebody else would say.
That's,
but I love
I've never
football
even
though.
Thought of like, bro, I don't know. Like, I don't. Shit. The only thing I've ever done for somebody else for validation was go to church, and that's just because I had to.
Yeah,
You know what
Well,
I mean? And
you know
that's-
you one of them
So-
unicorns. So.
Yeah, so it may not be sports for you, but
Yeah.
it was something like that's what I'm
trying to
saying.
think.
It's
something.
It
It's
was something,
something,
yeah, because we all kind of seek it,
I
right?
kind of had to because I
But-
lived in the house. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So-
but not even so much for that. Even with your friends, like sometimes, like, and not no shot at you,
Nah,
but you
do
may
that.
not even been the asshole that you are because you wanted to make other people laugh at other people. Like sometimes
At
we
things,
yeah,
yeah.
at other and even at other people's expense. Like I know I was a part of that. You know what I'm saying? Like I can actually look back at my life and was like, fuck, I was really bullying niggas.
Yeah.
Like
it was just a joke though.
yeah,
to
and
make
it was
other
it was
people
just
laugh.
a joke. But I can honestly say I know, bro. I
Look
remember,
at look at this bully
Bruh.
reflecting.
bro. I remember like when
Not a
we was
bully.
talking about the whole ugly thing.
Yeah.
I remember this boy called me ugly. We walked home, followed this boy home, joking on him.
Yeah.
Followed him home. I ain't even walk home from school.
that
walked
nigga
in-
missed the
you walked
bus
in-
that day.
I'm like, today is your day. You know what I'm saying?
You
and
you
it was
said
to
the
make
wrong
everybody
thing to the
else's
wrong one.
Yeah.
It was to get everybody else giggling,
Yeah.
right? And I literally did this, not even because I really wanted to, but because I knew everybody else would laugh at it. And it was and it was to make friends that people who were gonna be my friends anyway.
It was
because
already
we
your
was
friend.
8 years old, no,
Yeah.
9, 10, whatever. So I didn't even have to do it. But I needed somebody to tell me at that age, you're enough. And if they don't think you're enough, it's good to let them go anyways.
I think that's a major
But
part of that.
I agree. I think because now I've been just sitting over here thinking like it's been some things that I guess you kind of do for other people. You know
and,
what I
and
mean?
a lot of stuff we do for the like we want our parents to pat us on the back. You know what I'm saying? Like you was
Yeah.
talking about your father.
That's what I look
Like,
for.
Yeah, exactly. So like it was a lot, bro. Like I took classes I didn't want to take just to make sure this was cool at this juncture of my life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So hung out with people I probably shouldn't have been hanging out with because you know what I'm saying? Like hey little man, you enough. Remember that.
Yeah.
That's
Write it on the
deep, dog.
wall.
Like I don't like.
Put
That's kind of deeper than what we make. Like, bro, you're enough. Like, that's some deep
I
shit.
think you gotta have the following conversation because as a 9-year-old, I'd have been like, "Oh, right now at 9, I'm enough, cool." And that mean to me, I'd be like,
But
I don't need to grow anymore. I'm
But
just
that means
whatever I am,
you
I'm
didn't
straight.
think you were enough though. Like that's what I want to get into.
Honestly, I
Heck
didn't.
yeah.
I can honestly
you
say
you
I
always
didn't.
thought you were enough.
Yeah, like
Man, I don't think I thought I was enough
Bro.
until I was like 28.
I'm saying,
like honestly, you've seen and met some of the people that I kind of grew up around,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Now, I hate to say this, but that wasn't even the cream of the crop.
Yeah.
Of people that I grew up
Yeah,
with. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like the guys who was really, really getting it was gone, right? It was some dudes that I played ball with, man, that were freaks of athletes, right? And I was like, I got to keep up with that nigga. I shouldn't have. I should have been doing what I
you
needed
do,
to do
yeah.
for me.
Is
like,
that where
you're
the
enough.
concept
You're
of
enough.
you versus you?
I'm going home to tell my kids that today.
Yeah, like,
'cause
and
I
think-
don't know. Like
honestly, I think we need to
You
hear
know,
it.
like,
and,
that's
and,
shit.
and they may not need to hear it today,
But
eventually,
I'm gonna-
because they're
yes.
going to get to a point where I got to make my daddy happy. I got to make sure my dad is okay with me. You know what I'm saying?
That shit deep.
So
I think
you
they
telling your
should
kid
hear it today,
you
but
telling
then
your
also
kid, hugging
tomorrow.
your
Yeah,
kid,
no, yeah, for
And
sure.
the next
like
day.
hug them up and say, "Hey, man, you good? Like you are more than enough."
Because you went back to elementary.
Because I needed to
there
hear
was
it
nothing
early
I needed to know in
to
elementary.
take it with me
Yeah.
into
As
high
you up,
school.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because when you get to high school, like it's kind of like I remember like my major was elementary education, right? And I was like, I want to catch kids early and mold the shit out of
Yeah.
them so that they take it with them.
Right.
You catch 16, 17-year-old me,
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, for sure.
like straight up.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
16,
yeah.
17-year-old me, I felt like I was
I
an
see you
adult.
got your nails done again.
You're an ass. I was an adult. You know what I'm saying? So it really wasn't too much. I was even letting people tell me.
Yeah.
I met one of my mentors I met one of my mentors in high school, one of them in junior high, right? And they was telling me stuff that I needed, but I was already trying to impress these
everybody
people
else up. Yeah.
who I didn't even need to impress. If I'd have got it early,
Nah,
I'm
that's
enough.
real.
You're enough.
It's
You're
funny
enough.
because I feel like my mother tried to get
And
that
moms
into
do it.
me.
Moms do it.
And I didn't. I took it as a joke. But honestly, that she was trying to pour me exactly what you're saying, and I'm like, maybe I just didn't hear it enough. Maybe I didn't listen. Why
we
didn't
didn't
I
listen.
grasp on it? Does it take the right person?
I
Because I'm
think
like,
I
that's
think
exactly what I needed to
I'ma tell you
continue to
what's
move
crazy.
forward.
We love our moms, but as your mama, do I respect
I think
that portion of it?
I don't think I feared my mother enough.
And
Because
Hell
you,
no.
you remember we talked about respect and fear?
and fear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You see how they kind of pour into
Yeah.
each other, right? So it's not about you being scared of me of what I'll do to you,
Right.
but just the fear of you being disappointed, I think, right? So that ties into it
Agreed.
more than anything,
big
right?
point, yeah.
So when your mama say, "Hey, I love you, son," and you enough, you like, what?
Yeah. Come on, man. You
Yeah,
just playing.
right.
You supposed to say that.
You're
yeah,
supposed to
yeah,
say it.
yeah.
So it's like I know you love me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
See,
saying?
did I need
like,
that shit?
Yeah, and we joke about. I joke about the like. You remember we were talking about your mom, and I was like, your mom. I think we said something about your mom said you was cute or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that's what mama's
She's
supposed to say.
that. Yeah,
right?
yeah,
so
yeah.
so it's like you don't even take that serious.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
nah,
saying?
like-
It's just like whatever. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
but
yeah,
you can literally walk out your door, your next door neighbor say, "You cute." You like,
Oh shit! Nah.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? You just heard it
Yeah, you just
now.
heard- yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, I think we just need to hear it from the right mouths. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, if it's your mentor,
That's dope.
if
bro.
it's somebody that you really like, your football coach. Hey man, you did a hell of a job out there today, son. Thanks, coach.
Yeah.
Your mama say you did a hell of a job. I
That
don't know what the
nigga-
hell you talking
You don't
about.
even know what you looking at, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Literally the same
right.
words,
You right.
right? We just need to hear it from the right
from
person.
the right person.
I think if I can go back and talk to me, I'm like, damn.
You definitely the right person.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you looking
You're
up at yourself,
enough.
you're like, what's up?
Heck yeah.
You're like, you enough.
This
Do
guy.
you know how how
Yeah,
that can
that's-
shake you,
Bro,
bro?
I ain't never even thought of no shit like that. Like, I be trying to just go back and think of like what the fuck was I even going through at it? Like, I don't know, like, especially at elementary, like,
Yeah.
Bro, and I'm gonna tell you how different
You're
it
enough.
how it could change everything, right?
that shit dope.
Yeah.
Like,
You tell your if you can go back and tell yourself, if you hear it early, they're literally takes the cap off of anything that you can do.
and that's what I was about. It don't hurt. Like, I've never not thought that I was enough, but goddamn it, hearing it probably would have just cool. You know what I mean? Because that shit deep, bro. Yeah, I'm saying every day.
I think that changes a lot of things about everything about my life, honestly, because I did a lot of shit that wasn't the best things because I was looking for something else.
Yeah. From
If I'd have
somebody
heard
else.
it early enough, it changes.
Shit,
the
it
route
can't be
of-
nothing else now. That's got to be your only one.
Yeah,
I feel
it
like if
changes
you,
the route.
you build that kind of confidence. Like, people talk about nervous and going to interviews. Bro, I'm enough. You need me. That's how you walk into an interview.
And I think-
you go and talk to a girl. I'm enough. You need me.
I think-
that's the mentality you work in
Whoa,
life
whoa,
with.
And honestly, for that,
Whoa, bro.
with the I am enough,
What I mean,
I
it
think,
just takes away the fear.
Okay.
yeah. So the I am enough pours into everything else for me because it was like my next
Get us
one was
counsel.
be okay with being uncomfortable because my being uncomfortable stopped me from doing a lot of shit.
And that's one of the things. Yeah, I had
Yeah,
issues
like
with, plenty of issues. With.
like I had a speech impediment when I was younger,
Yeah,
and because of that, I did not want to talk. I ain't want to do.
We can't tell now. Goddamn it.
But and what's crazy and what's crazy is I never got it treated.
Yeah.
I never went to a speech. We talked about
Yeah,
it.
we talked
I
about
never
that.
went to anybody's class. It was just like something I worked through on my own. But like if
And we know why. 'Cause
If-
you wanted to. Never mind.
but if that
Always gotta go.
but if that happens, bro,
all right, Channing.
Look, yeah, but look, no, he did say that, didn't it? Because somebody on the show was like, they had a speech impediment. Like, you gonna fix that shit because you want to get some ass. Like, ain't no woman finna just be talking.
but bro, what was crazy in a one-on-one situation, I'm fine.
Yeah.
But like it was the crowd.
Got
You know
it.
what I'm saying? Because it was anytime I felt uncomfortable or it was like too many people looking. Like even I remember, man, when I was younger, niggas used to run plays in. I'd be like, just tell them.
You was the quarterback.
Just tell them. Just tell them. Like, because me having to repeat that shit back.
The clock
this
gonna
play
go off. It's
clock
gonna be
is
a
right
penalty.
now. This play clock is rolling, brother.
You want
know
this
what I'm
5-yard
Hey,
penalty?
man, listen, that's
So-
hilarious. Though.
So like it, but that was like me getting around it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
Yeah, yeah.
If-
you
if I had
find we find ways to do that with everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if I'd have just been okay with being uncomfortable, like I almost fought a nun.
I'm glad we learned.
Remember you said we're gonna get to the part to where we take a shot. Man, what the fuck?
To whooping on a nun head, G.
to not whooping on.
Didn't think twice about it either. Figured I'd clear it up with Jesus later on.
Man, hold on.
You always
All
got
right.
your back though.
Go into that just real quick, please, brief. I know we gotta move on. Nigga.
So sitting in the classroom talking to my guys, we in the back of the class.
Almost
The
fought
nun
a
looks at me. She was like,
Hold on, time out. Why the fuck are you in school with a nun? Where did you go?
I went to private school. I went to
Okay.
private school for a good chunk of my life.
All right.
All right.
That's a
So
good upbringing.
yeah, partially.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Good opportunity.
Partially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely a good opportunity.
Yeah.
But again, I'm not enough. So
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
bring it in.
Y'all
fellas.
need to see this.
Yes.
I got some shit I got to get off my chest.
Yeah.
So
Okay. All right.
the nun was like, "Oh well," and what
never heard
my
that
mom always made life comfortable for me, as comfortable as she could,
could,
right? So she go to my teachers before the school year started, like, "Hey, it's not that he doesn't know the work, he just doesn't like speaking in front of people,
Yeah.
right?" So because of his speech impediment, if we could avoid him having to speak in front of people, that would be awesome. Most people went with it, you know what I'm saying? Especially after they get my work on paper, they're like, "Oh, this do know it," you know what I'm saying? It's not like
He
he's
like
done.
off the blind side.
But
Right.
yeah.
All right. So so I didn't want to talk to
Past
people,
that.
right? But we come back to school and you're like, "Oh man, at the football game," and I talk. You know what I'm saying? So in my circle, I'm good.
Good. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they like this fool could
Right.
talk.
All right.
Yeah.
So Sister Barbara Ann is her name.
Man,
Put
don't
her
call
out.
the lady.
Put
that.
her out.
I ain't even gonna say shouts out to her. If I see you in the streets,
Hey, run it.
it's old shit. You hear
Probably
me?
dead or something,
Nah,
man.
she ain't, because I found her on Facebook. I was just making sure she wasn't a nun.
Don't
And
put that on that lady.
listen, I was just making sure she wasn't a nun from what's that movie?
Is it Sister Act?
Nah, from the Nun. You remember
The
that
Nun.
movie? I was just making sure she wasn't that
I-
dangerous
This
one.
nigga here
But
crazy.
anyway,
It's a horror movie, huh?
exactly.
Oh, all right, cool.
So she saw me back there talking to the guy, and she was like, "Oh, you got a lot to say. Why don't you come up here and read?" I was like, "Nah."
Oh shit.
And she was like, "No, come on up and read." I was like, "Nah." Did my mom told you? Like, you already know what it is. What you trying to do? You want to fight?
I'm gonna
So
tell you this, Byron. If your ass wouldn't have fought that nun, you would have definitely been fighting me if you would have got up there and read
'Cause
in
he
front of me.
would.
Cause boy, shit.
He was that guy.
Man, listen. And now
You
that I
already
think
told
about
me.
it, that's
You told me.
kind of fucked up,
yeah,
man.
it's the bullying part.
I wouldn't say that.
Hey, when we
It's
brought it
just-
up, he was like, "I was that guy."
Yeah.
No, I didn't say that. It's just
we talked
laughing
about it earlier.
It's just laughing at a motherfucker that can't read in high school.
And no, the crazy thing is I could read.
Nah, I know.
It was
but
just gonna
out
be.
loud.
It was.
Yeah.
Just, it was just gonna be the stutter.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
either way, you would have got them jokes. But
anywho,
I feel you.
yeah. So she was like,
For
"Come
who,
on up
though?
and read," and I was like, "Nah."
Me.
So me and her going back and forth, right? So she was like, "Well, if you don't read, go to the principal's office." I was like, "Cool." Took all my shit off the desk, put it in my desk. I go to the principal's office. She come down. She was like, "Come back to the class and read." Nah, I already called my mama. Shot her. She gonna call back, so we good.
Yeah.
Me and her going back and forth. So the principal was like, "This ain't no go back to the classroom.
Yeah.
Just chill out." You know what I'm saying? So I go back to the class, and man, I never forget this. Never forget it, bro. Let me get close to my mic. I looked at her and I mouthed, "I hate you."
To a nun. This nigga going to hell.
How old
man.
were you?
10.
He going to hell.
But wait, here's where me and Sister Barbara Ann will sit together in hell. She said, "I hate you too."
Oh shit, nun. She working for the Lord out here.
Oh, man.
you can't. Okay.
So
Barbara
yeah.
ain't going to hell, man.
We can handle this then.
So there we go. Like that's what I'm saying. If I see her in the street right now, it's probably still up.
I almost whooped
There's a
nun.
good chance it's still up with you, Shawty.
Hey man.
Hey man, let's find her and send this.
Yeah, man.
This pod.
We're gonna send this pod.
Shout out,
to Sister
Direct.
Barbara
shout out
Ann.
to me.
Don't shout that broad.
I'm shouting out because she made you a better person.
She did not make me a better person,
She
nigga.
challenged
I
you.
am enough.
Hey, I'm enough. I can't wait to get home and tell my kids that shit.
That's it right there.
Like, nah, for real. Like,
Yeah.
you can put, but not even just kids, bro. You can really like
Tell that to a lot of adults.
put
right
that
now.
in somebody's life, bro. Like, you're
Bro,
enough, fool.
I've put that on my Facebook page, and people be like, you know, like, cause y'all know I try to keep it positive and keep it, you know what I'm saying, try to
Yeah.
keep it funky. Cause a lot of time, man, that's the only place you're gonna get something positive. Cause everybody making, you know what I'm saying, is
Bro, my
it's
brain is so fucked up. I'm gonna tell you after the pod. I'm so
But
stupid.
I be
Yeah,
trying to
go
say
ahead.
some nice shit, man,
we
and it can go
it look
left.
good too in cursive.
It can go left real quick.
Yeah. What, man?
High behind the mic.
It can go left real quick.
Hey man,
So-
that was a great
Yeah.
conversation.
That was a great segment.
This how I'm feeling inside. Every line that I ride, I just hope I don't cry.